Okay. Yeah, I gotta punch in my password. Actually, no, I can afford this for now. I guess I go to webcam, stinger this while we load. Did that load? 21 people in queue, so we'll have a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Taking a couple days off. Actually, just one day off. I'm a little tired, so I grabbed some Dr. Pepper. So we should be good for the evening. Probably intending to go long, basically. And by go long, I do in fact mean not very long at all. So we have been we've been going very hard on with Final Fantasy 14 these past couple months, specifically doing getting a new player through Realm Reborn. We're finally out of Realm Reborn. However, I personally have some unfinished business on another character, and that is my main character. Oh. Shit. So let's start by giving my character some light. There we go. All right, so what the hell am I? Black brush? Black brush. Okay, so on Muldrendren, this is my first ever character. The main purpose is, with this character, is the furthest I've gotten in MSQ. I basically completed base Stormblood. So I went through Realm Reborn, post Realm Reborn, a Heaven Sword, post Heaven Sword, and then finished Stormblood. I forgot why I'm here though. Why does the character have a higher sprout? Fuck. So, let's see if I can recall. I'm gonna attempt to refresh myself with this. So I'm gonna do this now on VOD. So that way... Oh my gods. Yeah, look at that. That's like whole ass latency on. You know when things are bad when Microsoft Paint's lagging, I'll tell you that much. Okay. So to my understanding, it was this. So we have the Garlean Empire attacking Eorzea, but also attacking Doma. Basically Doma. So we had a couple people. So had Lady Yugiri and what's his face, the big boy samurai. So Lady Yugiri plus friend, I forgot his name, came over to Eorzea, so fled Doma because Doma and the Garlean Empire were in some type of, were having their own resistance fight similar to a scuffle, similar to what the Garleans and the Eorzeans have done in the past. So they came over here, basically, they took what little resistance force they had left after a mass slaughter and came over to Eorzea, basically looking for refuge. So I believe it was Yugiri. So now Garlemald, so Eorzea also had Gurabanya. Yeah, and Rogers, the Albanians. What was left of Alamigo, to my understanding. So Guralbanya. So post Heavensward and early Stormblood, there was some stuff with Guralbanya. In which there's things were starting to escalate between the Garleans and Guralbanya. Which included doing some light skirmishing until Garlemald basically, sorry, I keep wanting to say Garlemald. The Garleans did all out assault on Rhalgr's Reach. So we're like, okay, so we need assistance here. And we could get Lady, so the purpose is to get Lady Yugiri up in and some of her forces up there, but she decided that, but she received word that there was assistance that was needed back in Doma. Was trying to get Lady Yugiri to get up to Guralbanya, but that was not going to happen. But that was not going to happen because she had some business back in Doma. So she went back to Doma, and we're like, okay, well, we really need Yugiri's help. We could really use Yugiri and whatever expertise as well as resources and personnel that she could pull. So while things are kind of simmering here, things have kind of settled down, but we would really like to have a counterattack as soon as we like to kind of push the offensive as soon as we can over here. Let's take a couple people. So let's take the warriors, some of the scions. Let's take some of the scions, go over to Doma, help Doma. And help the Domans drive the Garleans out of the pact, and then get her back there. So that way that can and help the situation in Doma stabilize, so we can and then go back basically to Eorzea. So in order for that to happen, we went over there. So first of all, so I believe on the way there was like one duty. I think there was like some kerfluffle. And we go over to, shit, what's the name of that town? Singashi? Kugane, right. We then go over to Kugane. So what happens is, the Scions, we go over there, we get not a shipwreck, but we have a little detour battle there that's totally not filler. Then go over to Kugane. We get to Kugane and see some stuff. It turns out it was Lalarito. So first of all, we have connections with Lalarito here. And then it was supposed to be very much a pacifist type beat in which we met the Tortoise Boys, basically the beast tribes, or the beast tribes of the area, but are actually like pretty chill. They help us flee, and then eventually we get over to, and we solve some stuff in kind of like this pirate land, or this pirate area between Kugane and like mainland Doma, because I think there was something going on, because they're being very aggressively neutral towards Garlemans, if I... Not Orthrid, is it? No. Oh, right. We're trying to get the Yaksha. There's a Ruby Sea. Hey, Sarper, welcome back. All right, we get to Shirogane. No, not to Shirogane. No. No. Another Mount Rokon. Why? Right, so then we get there. I believe they had some type of... I'm on a train of thought right here. In which, so we had to basically pull some strings and help them. And then that is when we realize... and from there we see there was some Garlemald's... One of Garlemald's pawns was there. We then get to mainland. I believe it was Yangsha. I thought that through. I wouldn't worry about it. If you really felt like you pissed him off, I reckon you could probably shoot him a message and apologize. But honestly, that's... I wouldn't think too much about it. No, he does that. No, he does that to a lot of people. You did not it's not like you push him over the edge and it caused him to curse you out. He's more like, I don't like that, fuck off. It's like, no, fuck off with that type beat. So it was harsh on his end, but it was nothing against you personally. So he's done that to me and we're still good. And we're still on good terms. Like, he's done that to me at least twice. And we're still on good terms. So it's like, it's whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm still on this train of thought. Yeah, so that's... So Pirate Land. So we see Garlemald's pawn. I forgot her name. Then we finally get to mainland. I think that's Yangsha, is it? No, it's not. Nice paint stream. Yeah. No, shit. That's Shirogane. Not the castle. But I remember being in the Ruby Sea. Yeah, Tamamitsu and seeing whatever. So we get there. So we get to basically the old town, and that's when we realize, oh wait, Garlemald actually has a... Like I said, that we get. The thing is, I don't know I keep forgetting the town names. But if I go to Reunion L, it'll be... No. It's Namai, isn't it? I remember, yeah. Yeah, it's Namai. Okay, so we get to Namai. And then Namai is under Garland control. Like, we show up, and then big guy is like, why are you showing your face around here? You're gonna, like, get us all killed. And we actually see Garlands come in and just grab people. And we just, like, and they just grab people for forced conscription. So then we go. So that's when we do a couple things. First is then we meet up with Lady Yugiri. We meet up with Yugiri here. There's a hideout that was nearby, and we then, I remember we then. No, come over here. What? Oh, beautiful. We go over to Lady Yugiri, and we repair. Then we do stuff. So we repair an air. We repair an Aetherite. We reestablish forces, and then we actually also free said conscript people. So like in Namai, we see people are conscripted. Then we're like, okay, so we have the opportunity. Like, there's a chance for us to go here, and you're just like, okay, we like, oh, here's Jade to help, but like the odds are not in our are a little too stacked against us. Here's what we can do. We go to the step, or hang on, no, I was trying to find, like, I believe it's her master. Actually, wait, can I just, I feel like there's a better way to do this. Assault subsequent primal known as Shinryu. Okay. Right. Right, so we meet with Kemp. It explains that she's been tasked with delivering Commander Kemp's formal reply to the mission. Right, so yeah. Okay, that was kind of the subplot, is the Black Wolf's pups. Basically from the former Alamegans. Right, so that's when, yeah, so that was when we were basically part of the doing an assault. But basically, Garlands did a counter assault. Elise runs the, then is like, okay, let's go to the far east. Oh, go Setsu, okay. All right, all right. So in Kugane, we then, right, we meet up with a catfish that claims to have info. It turns out it is a trap. Oh, then the Sorban. Yeah, it was Sorban. Okay. Sorban. And then he's like, okay, we can take it to Orthard. Here it is. Why you're here? Oh, yeah, because that's when we go down. Right, because that was the... we were trying to find something. in which we found basically the Sormus, so the tortoise-like people. They live basically under the sea, so we've basically found them there. So we do some favors for them. Okay, right. That was okay. Right, that was a whole ass thing. That was a whole ass thing of distraction plan, as well as preventing the red Kojin from summoning a primal. Right, sorry. All right, so then. Yeah, then we get to Namai. Then we do Giri. Okay, the Will of Live. Okay. Right, so we did that. Right, so that was a small plan we did over there. Right, so we look for the Lord Hine, basically is either, like Yugiri is like mentor or master. And then that's when we get to, yeah, we get to a tribe. So basically, from there, so trying to pick up where we left off. So we get here, and so we find, I already forgot the guy's name. Yeah, Lord Hine. I was like, okay, so let's go ahead and find Lord Hine. Wow, that was bad. So go and find Lord Hine, and goes like this. Like we can get some extra forces because there's this whole step right here. And the way they run things is all these rivaling tribes, like once every so often, once every year or so, all these different tribes will basically beat the shit out of each other during a ceremony, and whoever wins basically gets to command the whole tribe, or it gets to control all the tribes. So the idea is we help the one tribe one tribe of that's open to outside help, and basically sandbag with them, and then we beat the shit out of everyone else. So now we have all these tribes, all these societies helping us. And that was something that I totally didn't have to do twice because I fucking forgot about something. And while doing that, we may or may not have gotten captured and forced to like do favors. So then we start the war, and then the die is cast. And then that's when we go and we basically do an all-out assault. I think we like waterlog an entire castle or blow up a castle. We lose Gosetsu and then that is when I believe we had at least one step with the tribes people around Ralger's Reach. that's when we push things further. Oh yeah, we lose Conrad. Right, we lost Conrad, so now Lise has to take I have to let Lise take the reins. And then that's when we do the all-out assault. Right, and then we go against Xenos, who's one of the right-hand men of Garlemald. I'm just gonna speed read this real quick. After convincing the Fair Dominant to draw, you and Alphina rejoin the main host outside the gates as the assault begins in earnest. So this whole assault on that part of Garlemald outside of Rolligers proceeds as planned until a unit of airborne magic armor launches a counterattack, throwing the allied force into chaos. Moments later, your far eastern allies, led by Lord Hine, so the people who on that step during the ceremony, swoop in to the rescue, engage the Imperial flying machines, leaving the Alliance free to resume their attack. The gate buckles under the renewed assault and soon gives way. Now begins the battle for the future of a nation. Together with the brave men and women of the Arisen Alliance and the Resistance, you must enter the city and make for the castle where Xenos resides and put an end to his reign of terror. Twice before you face him and twice before he beat you, but third time proves different. The Viceroy falters and withdraws and subsequent erupts into maniacal laughter. At long last, you become the beast. You are become the beast he has longed to face, and so he bids you to join him at the top of the royal palace, where the gods may bear witness to your dance. Oh, right, he does that. And then you fight him, and then he turns into this whole ass. It turns into this whole ass thing. Then he tries to summon a dragon, and we beat the shit out of the dragon. It should be you and the Draconic God vengeance at the mercy. Xenos frees you from his resentment cries of divine eyes that bathes you. Both in Dragonfire, your foe rising in the air uses power as a resonant to merge with the primal, binding to his will. One day the world may be consumed by fire and blood, and all that you hold here is forever lost, but not today. I'll at least join you in the menagerie. Soon after, Robin, Hine, and others arrive, expecting a fight, and are relieved to find there is none. Though Lisa is initially reluctant to celebrate, Hine urges her to all those who fought for freedom. Is not sure how to feel in the wake of the Alamigo's liberation. However, she knows that she does not want to keep you all to herself, and shows the urges to seek out your comrades as they all have much they wish to say. I can protect as your holds now that Xenos is dead and Alamigo and Doma are free, but your comrades are hopeful of a better tomorrow and are prepared to do their utmost to ensure it comes to pass. Lise remains where you left her, still quiet and thoughtful. Upon hearing you have made your rounds, she asks you to return with her to Rolger's Reach, along with the other science of the Seventh Dawn. Clearly something weighs on her mind, but what? In Rolger's Reach, before your gathered comrades, Lise declares her intention to formally leave the science of the Seventh Dawn. The work to build Alamiga has only just begun, and she believes she cannot serve her homeland and the Order both. Yet, even if this marks the end of her tenure, you're still comrades now and ever after, and Y'shtola is not about to let her forget it. Overcome with emotion, Lisa's eyes begin to water and embrace the Scions one final time. All right. So I believe, so I'm only 53 on my warrior. Okay, so now trying to capture this. So we do that, and then, so we take all this, go over and check that. Then we all go over here. Boom, 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 and go and check that. So we just fought the Garleans on two fronts. Yippee. Okay, so I want to do Bard or Samurai. Two archer. Oh my gosh, I forgot I'm like bussing in this shit. Hold on. I forgot I got drip on this. Damn. All right. Okay. So that ends. So that ends the recap, and it only took us 35 minutes. Oh shit. I still have a feet. Oh, I can't fly here, right? I forgot I have this. This is, I believe, the 10th anniversary mount. So now, basically, we did base Stormblood, but not post Stormblood. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Box.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Absolutely.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
No, not the meetings. No, this is the great part about shit. Like, I gotta save this to my Final Fantasy 14 IRL folder.
But if that's what
it's all the meetings, just corporate Eorzea.
My jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Now we're just gonna see this as is.
There you are. I've been searching all over for you.
Am I supposed to remember you?
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
I'm just anticipating dialogue options. And I'm not really looking forward to it. Oh, fuck. It just teleports me there. What's up? I have a big-ass bow and a lot of problems.
Might you be interested in a spot of adventure? After all, we were adventurous before we were scions, were we not?
Okay.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
But in what? Is there a certain lead he got? Twist my arm, why don't you? Oh god. My question is, like, is there something specifically he has in mind? Like doing a dungeon, finding a dungeon, doing a good old raid, doing something?